Welcome back everyone to Brazil. Last time we were dealing with Colombia, although things were not going quite as well as they could have been. And yes, so no, don't go. Don't do that. I like you where you are. How shall it be? Well, just to prevent you from moving around in places where I don't want you to move around. Ooh. Is that my allies? Yes, that is my allies. Launching offensives. Well, that's into planes. So if I send in my tanks, that's gonna definitely break them. Hopefully. And of course, getting more fleet stuff is always great. My main objective is still to go around and try to capture Bogota. Please reinforce. Will you... how come? Just send in more guys. Send in more help. Okay, finally gonna take those guys down. And the Dominionists went in South Africa. Of course, now I have, well, new types of ships, but don't really care. I also got a new fighter from Argentina, because I realized that they are my puppets, so they're gonna dutifully accept every request of mine. I actually have the second tier fighter, so I just decided to take advantage of it. No need to research new fighters if I can just, buy them. And come on, just finish off those guys. Good. So we've got our tanks up ahead. Of course, probably lost most of our tanks. No, okay. That's always the ever-present support equipment problem. I mean, that's gonna get resolved eventually. Ooh. Go, La Plata, go. Come on. Get yourselves in position. Really now? You're telling me that I have too many divisions. Well, time to switch around. You're the Panzer leader, though. You are the Panzer leader. It's time to get some more things dealt with. Well, what you're gonna do is, this is plains. So we can push up and cut off Colombia from essentially all of their divisions in the southeastern jungles. That's gonna allow us to take Bogota, hopefully. Good, we're getting some doctrines. And yeah, just improving our research as we go along. That's always great. Of course, now we can get some new artillery. Where we... yes. And oh, look. Path ahead is actually pretty much open. Great. Making great use of our armored formations. And cutting them off. Exactly what we wanted to see. Now we have them by the balls, as you can see. I'm gonna take my armor and use them to clear up these plain provinces, because that's where they're gonna be effective. Just to make sure that we have this river as a barrier and we essentially surround them in the jungle. We want them localized. Want them localized as much as possible so that we can deal with them. We're gonna have essentially an exclusion zone, a reservation for them. We're gonna keep them in the jungle until, until we can have further pushes against them. Because once we take this river, it's gonna be easy to just defend the crossing and prevent them from getting any kind of help to their units. on the other side. And of course there's the Arab, well, not Arab revolt, but Tuareg revolt. I wonder what's gonna happen. Probably just France taking them back. It's actually the Kingdom of France. It's not something you see every day. It's probably like the least, I guess you could say, popular of the free government types. You usually see Republic or Empire. I don't know. At least from the AI. In my opinion, well, it might just be in my opinion that the kingdom is just the most boring, but hey, who knows. Okay. We're just gonna delete the orders, wait until we get a force up there, which we're doing right away. Once we get that force up there, we're gonna put our mechanized formation. Wait, what? That's not a good idea, my friend. Well, looks like for some reason the Commune of France declared war on the Germans. So once again, it's bugging out. So I guess, yeah, I guess the Germans are gonna take over everything again. Except this time they're gonna take Spain as well. Or, I mean, they should have taken Spain last time as well. Right, Spain also got revived. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna continue down this line. Is that a good idea? Yes, it is. And continue down this line, and we're gonna try to get some bonuses to our ships. What do you mean none? Why do you... Oh, because we don't have steel. We don't have steel. Well, I mean, why do we not have steel? Probably because of that war. Right, the Germans are probably blockading. Japan. And, well, we're trading with Venezuela. Which is pretty funny because soon we're gonna just take them over. I don't think Argentina is gonna need that oil. Thank you very much. I'm gonna take it for now. And ooh, more armor divisions. These are actually the medium tank armor divisions. Great. The problem with these is that we still do not have any terrain where, you know, they're gonna be useful. We've still got attrition up here, which is kind of annoying. Okay, it's time. We've got divisions in place. These are gonna starve to death in the jungles. Yeah, low supply. I mean, we already are on low supply ourselves, but that's no problem. Let's see if we can take Bogota, because I'm pretty sure that once we do that, the oh, actually they have a pretty high national unity. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, I know. Not much I can do about that. What about our Air Force? Well, it could be participating. The problem is the only airfield that's closer is in Colombian-controlled Bogota. So, none of that for us. Let's see. Can we go in and take that city? Of course, it's mountains, but it seems like our army is actually superior in pretty much every aspect. Come on. And in fact, Medellin... Wait, what? Oh. Oh, okay. That's why it's got no units. It's because we can't see it. Let's see if we can just kind of make a coup de main for it. If we can grab ourselves that city as well, then we're going to be in a good position to just kind of charge north and make another cut-off attempt. Just cutting off the west from the east this time. And what the fuck are Americans doing here? Looks like the Americans are here and they're fighting us. That's kind of annoying. So we're getting volunteers from Curtis. As we can see, the Americans always trying to interfere with the business of other countries. I mean, they're gonna make it there quicker than our men are. So I'm just gonna try to sort of slow them down as much as possible. This is gonna cost a lot of Brazilian lives, but it's gonna allow us to take Medellin. Right, I keep forgetting it's actually that. Okay, so we took Medellin. No need to waste our men anymore. There we are. Of course, with the mountains and the tanks, we're gonna be in a good spot. Actually, we can try to take the neck. Go for the jugular. And thankfully, the Argentinians are sending in their mountaineers to at least slow them down. Of course, the mountaineers, so they're gonna be a little bit better at that. And we're gonna send our armor into the jungles from the mountains and cut them off. There we are. Come on. Damn it. They managed to get in a unit. Well, time to fight them. I mean, it's probably very, yeah, very low on strength too. I mean, overall just not having the best day. Come on, just help out. There we are. Good. Finally. Getting some extra decryption. Okay. The armor is going to participate in the final drive for Cartagena. This is hills and this is jungles. So, armor is going to be focused on the hills because, well, don't want jungle fighting at all. Come on, help out in fighting those Americans. We're gonna already start our offensive, because once we take Cartagena, we're gonna be in a great spot. We need to try to cross this river and getting it a surround off on the Americans. Then it's all plains to the capital. So at that point, we're gonna be golden. I guess you two can attack into the jungles just to distract them. Come on. Actually, now do best to do this. There we are. We're getting a lot of firepower down on them. And if we can cross this river, which we're going to do right now, we're going to be in a great, great spot. Because their entire army is going to be incapacitated, essentially, from defending their capital. They've got a couple of divisions being forced back over here, but they're in a terrible shape, so they're gonna be basically easy to defeat for our armor and infantry. There we are. Of course, these divisions, as you can see, are very, very depleted, and so we can just kind of push in. Of course, the leopardos that were in the jungle have been actually cleared out by my allies, which is very good. I'm grateful to them. And right now, I mean, the Americans are not in the best spot. Now they're gonna die. No mercy for the invader. And there we are. I think we can take Cartagena right away. With our tanks and our infantry surrounding them on all sides. It's plain, so they have nowhere to run. And that's going to be a pretty easy fight. Now we're going to get a bit for naval supremacy because it's going to give us a couple of research bonuses for aircraft carriers, which is what we want to see. So that we can build up some modern ships to throw in the fight against the Americans. Because that's, of course, where they're going to be intended for. And there we are. Colombia is gone and out. So now it's ours. And... well, still got our armored forces. Need more steel. Need for steel. It's because the Japanese, the dogs that they are, aren't delivering their steel for some reason. Okay, the fate of Colombia. We're gonna liberate Colombia under a friendly government. Here we are, Colombia. Part of the Latin American Union, of course. And, well, what was that about the steel? How can we resolve this issue? Well, the Japanese can stop being dicks, for one. Everybody's closing their economy, which is why we're having problems. And we're gonna let the Americans sell us some steel. I mean, at this point, however much industry we give to the Americans doesn't really matter. They have a lot of industry already. Okay, so we've got our army set up. Got our army set up. We are going to set up a plan for our Venezuela. There's a nice opening over here, all the way to Caracas, along this. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, our advance is gonna be focused on the sort of western side with our infantry, and then along the center to Caracas with our tanks. And Chile wishes to join our alliance. So of course, they have a focus to do that. Chile's revolutionary government has shifted its stance to one that aligns with the local syndicalist regimes after their elections, and thus they naturally came to us, asking for a military alliance. Either we can say that is pointless, or the end of the La Plata Union is just the beginning. Well, I mean, they are already over, but yeah. Avante! So they're going to join our alliance, which is why we didn't need to, you know, attack them and stuff. And, ooh, the fall of Kiev. Why? Oh! What the heck is happening to Ukraine? Looks like Ukraine tried to go for Bessarabia. I think that's what happened, and now they're getting demolished by the Bulgarians, of all people. So we're gonna have a pretty massive Bulgarian empire in the Black Sea region. Of course, the Germans are just kind of destroying, you know, the Rump International. And yeah, in the east we still have the slaughter in China. Nothing really strange happening there. Whoa, that's a lot of liberals. And oh, Russia is joining the Entente. That is pretty scary for us, because we're gonna have to fight the Entente at one point. Of course, north of us are friendly states. The problem still is this Freistadt Panama Canal, because no civil war means nobody, you know, easy to take out has the canal. And I mean, we might as well start to justify on Cuba, because, well, that's gonna be our next target, really. No point in not going for Cuba. Thank you very much. Now we still have the problem of attrition destroying our stockpiles of support equipment, which is, well, not what I would have liked to see. We still got 5 factories just full on producing support equipment, but it seems to be not enough. We still got our industry building up, but that's fine. Vast offensives. There we are. We're almost done with our land doctrines, actually, which is pretty good, because nobody likes being behind on land doctrines. And we're also improving our artillery. Can we go for advanced artillery? Yes. So we can finally also go down that line and be done with the artillery research. One thing that we need to do, well, soon-ish, is go for air and get some carrier fighters, which is, well, gonna be annoying, because Don't have any aircraft research bonuses for now. I mean, might as well try to go for the fab and then fighter focus, but that's going to take a bit. It's going to take a little bit. I mean, I might as well do that after this. Because yes, I can still do this, you know, heavy war reparations stuff, but I can do that anytime, really. And I'm going to let Uruguay develop on its own. Because Uruguay down here, they do have some free industry stuff that they can build, so... Paraguay itself, do I want to release it? Yeah, it's only one military factory and one civilian factory. There's no real reason to keep it. It's going to be more useful as an ally. Or, well, I mean, as a satellite. Bolivia is still around and still doing its thing. All adults serve. Then, well, our little puppets all around are pretty okay as well. Finally, we can attack this guy. Wait. This guy looks a lot like Benito Mussolini. Anyway, I think we should... Ah, damn it. Yeah, I wanted to see if all of this would have given them free factories. Not gonna lie, if that had given them free factories, I would have left them to do that. Although, to be completely... Whoa. Isn't that kind of annoying? That because they went with controlled thaw. Now when I'm gonna release them, they're gonna have the focus tree, and the controlled thaw is gonna be still around instead of them being allowed to take liberation of the workers. You know, this kind of stuff is just always annoying. The ability to like just cut off one part of a focus tree and start another one should be around. But oh well, we're gonna go in and take them down. Because it's not like it's going to be hard. So all our allies get called in. Our armor is just going to be rushing headalong. Yes, headalong towards Caracas. And our infantry is going to go for Maracaibo. Of course, their units aren't really going to be able to stand up to us. Domingos class. There we are. So our destroyers are now going to be modern. Well, we should use this research slot to start research aircraft, so that we can get some good carrier fighters and carrier bombers set up. There we are, getting some overruns already. So of course our army is performing quite well. As you can see, our armor is just kind of rushing along into Caracas. They've got this under control. There we are, that's the capital. We're gonna just spread out and grab ourselves as much territory as possible. Of course, hold on. Yeah, that is under the range of our current aircraft, but we're just gonna push in a little bit closer. Of course, no need for that. We win. Good. You know, Venezuela also should have dockyards. They don't. Okay, they've got one dockyard. I was thinking of just keeping them myself, but no point. And so our army is victorious. South America is finally free of outside influences under the great prosperity sphere of the Latin American Union. So that is the first objective of the campaign done and dealt with. Now we need to turn our attention towards the north. The Yucatan Pact is fine. There's no need to fight them. They are okay for us. Zapatistas, pretty damn decent people. However, the north, the Americans, these imperialist dogs need to fall. Because, well, if we don't do that, then we're gonna just forever be under the menace. So now we need to start attacking them. Right. We're building our convoys, so we can't build our new destroyers. It's kind of annoying. We'll just have one guy on convoys. I would say that this is more important. Okay, now now, we don't really need oil. We don't really need to trade for oil because we have the glorious Colombia and the glorious Venezuela as our little puppet states. So we can just easily take that. North-South American oil fields. However, the problem still stands with the steel. We've got so many steel problems. Around us, I don't really see any solutions. Because it's not like any of these states really have much steel of their own. No steel to be found in Africa. Ooh, the Socialist Republic of Liberia. They're fighting the Germans because they went with the... they took with the International. That's bad for them. Because... yeah, they went with Liberia United. That's sad, actually. Because if I had been in a better position to help them out, I could have actually helped them defeat at least Middle Africa. I thought that it was a separate war, but it's actually the Weltkrieg. Or, wait, hold on. Yeah, no, it's just the Weltkrieg. That's sad. Yeah, because the Deutsch Middle Africans are... yeah, they're in the Weltkrieg. Not good. If it was just a war with Middle Africa, I could have just sent in a couple of armored divisions and saved them. But as it stands, I cannot do that. What I can do is help out the Borafia commune. Would that be worth it? I mean, to take out the Dominion of India would be pretty great. The problem is... 50 days. We'd only have a couple of months of operations. Because in the meantime, I have to take out Cuba. So no, it's not going to happen. Nope, don't destroy the army, please. Did we end up researching those Marines? No. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Let's see. Take out our Navy. We're going to base them in the north. Yeah, all of them on just regular ship. We're gonna base them in the north and try to see what's happening around with Cuba, because Cuba probably has a lot of guys. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do have quite a few guys. So we're gonna need to find a way to make an amphibious landing and make that work. I mean, there's the obvious choice of landing on both sides of Havana, because this is all plains, whereas in the south it's like mountains, so already that would be harder to deal with. Come on, where's my fleet? Yeah, they're taking forever to get here, of course. And now we get bid for naval supremacy. That's pretty great. Let's go ahead and get the fighter stuff dealt with. So we're going to have an easier time producing all of that. Of course, the problem still stands that we don't really have a decent industry, but finally we have a lot of civilians freed up. Oh, come on. Really now? That's because the Japanese are not exporting. Yeah, they're just not delivering. Okay, finally they're delivering. Okay. We had a lot of civilians readied up, but I guess not. I'm trying to see if there's any battleship stuff in here, but no. First, we're gonna go with DD stuff. And once we have our fleet all set up over here, we're gonna... well, I mean, this is just normal stuff. Okay. The lucky thing for us is that we have battleships. So, whatever the Cuban Navy it definitely will not have the stopping power to deal with us. And yeah, as you can see, they have a lot of just regular army brigades spread out all around. We need marines to deal with them. Well. I guess we're gonna create, like, what is our maximum invasion limit? I think it's like 10. So what we're going to do is we're gonna create kill squads, in a way. Like this. However, not with you. I'm gonna take the most experienced infantry divisions that we have. No, this will seem weird, but there's a method to the madness. Of course, I'm actually out of time, so yes, there is no method to the madness. It's just madness. I'll just end it for now. Next part, we're gonna. I'm actually gonna wait until I'm ready to take down Cuba, so that you're spared to boredom. And yeah, next time we're gonna be beginning with our forces landing on the shores of Havana, hopefully. So I'll see you soon.